All right, so Bobby, thanks for joining, offensive lineman extraordinaire. We wanted to do this to figure out if we could evaluate a top talent going up against another decent talent. Giants are an interesting situation. Epenesa might not be available in the second round, but he could be available if we traded back. And Austin Jackson's one of those cats that could be available in the second round or third round. So I thought these are two interesting dudes playing in a big bowl game that I just was interested in see if we could wax on, their play and hopefully show some folks sort of some of the shit that we look at. So
yeah, it's rare when you could get the one-on-one with two guy prospects in a game. So
yeah. And I will say, Epenesa was the MVP of this game. He had 2.5 sacks. And when I posted online one play of Jackson essentially slapping him down, all of Iowa came after me. The entire state of Iowa came after me. And he was like, what are you talking about? He got murdered 90% of plays. I didn't see that. I saw, some decent balance. I saw Epenesa's strength, his hand speed, his foot speed. I also saw Austin Jackson actually being able to handle himself pretty well. So I thought this was a good battle.
Yeah, it seemed like Jackson was very prepared for Epenesa in particular.
Yes, he was.
With the way he used his hands and all kinds of little ins and outs that he was using.
Yeah, so let's do it. So this is the first play. We're going to rip through a few. And thanks for your feedback. Post in the comments below, and we'll go from here. So first play, he's chopping, gets a little bit of help. Kind of a waste.
Epenesa has I can't wait to see what his bench press is, because it seems like he can just strong arm guys when he gets locked on.
He can.
And it looks like Jackson, he's always moving his hands because he's ready for that. He doesn't want Epenesa to get locked on him.
He gets beat a good bit with his hands. I actually love look at him get to the quarterback. You got to love that hustle. See, look at him post his hands out right there.
Yeah, that's one thing that stood out in every game, that was consistent, is that he gets his hands on guys, and offensive linemen struggle getting them off him.
I was trying to figure out if he was a wrestler, because the kid's hand fighting is excellent. It really is next level. You see him, look at him just strip off. I mean,
and he's the best going inside when those inside moves, especially in the run game. It just seems like his best. It almost makes me, with his size, think maybe he moves into a D4-3 D tackle, or in a 3-4, a true 5 tech.
Maybe. This is a good one. I thought you had some good sort of pre-talk thoughts. Can you explain here, when is a guy just beat around the edge versus he's actually passing him by? So I thought this was a good one, because
so he's staying vertical. I think Jackson looks inside. He opens up a little too early, but that's kind of you got to live with it. Once the guy's right there, that's when you want to open your hips. But He does a good job with his hands. It looks like he uses his left to slap, and then his right for the punch.
Well, look at him get under the shoulder too.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That right hand just pushes him back. And so, it's not a perfect rep, but that's a win every time for an offensive lineman.
Right, and he gives him a little bit of a lane if he did want to step up inside a little bit. But, yeah, I thought that was a pretty good rep in general. It's a nice little run play here.
He pins him in on this one.
Yeah, he does. And I think this one's interesting because I don't know who wins. I guess because he phases him out, right?
Epenesa, he does his job containing in the run, and he bench presses him in a little bit. What I like about in this game is, what I liked about this game is he actually moved his feet once he was locked on in the run game, where there are some games where he would just use his arms and his feet would be stuck in concrete.
Right. Yeah. I think there were a couple down games where, I don't know if the motor was there. He was ready for this game though.
Right.
Oh, I love this play.
Nice stab.
I love this play. So I actually slow-moed this one. I zoomed in a little bit because people just have to see the strength on the left arm post. Look at that.
And he's not ready. He's expecting the tackle, Austin Jackson, is expecting him to go outside. And that's where Epenesa is his strongest, is when he just bulls inside and then rips.
So, Bobby, how tall, how big is he again?
Epenesa, he's 6'6", 280.
That's a big boy.
I think Jackson is what, 6'5", 3 something.
Yeah, he's about 305. He's a little undersized. He's got to get big. See, but he still sunk his hips though and held them off. So, I mean, that'll do the job. That's a good one to kind of see his strength. There's a fun little wide receiver screen.
Yeah, Jackson does a good job getting to the second level, but then when he gets to the block, he kind of like looks lost.
Yeah,
he doesn't like finish through it. He just kind of like stops in front of him. I like the spin move though.
you gotta
that looks fun
for the fat boys.
You have so much fun practicing those weird kind of plays like that.
So he's got his guy. I don't know why he loads up, but then look at his hands. They're outside. The elbows are outside, right? And
yeah,
he doesn't get any hands on him. You know?
No, he goes like, if you're not gonna get your hands on him, just put your shoulder through and dive through him. That's probably not a legal play anymore, but it'll do something. Yeah. Which I will say that's the hardest thing to do is those open field blocks, and you have no idea which side your runner is going. You know.
Yeah, I know. You just got to square up though, right, and drive. Yeah. So anyway, here's a later drive. So on that drive, who would you say won that drive? I mean, USC scored, but who would you say won that drive?
Epenesa had a couple good plays. You know, he didn't have like the one big play where he got a sack or a tackle or anything, but you can tell Epenesa is the better player from that drive.
Is that a hold?
Just see, run it back.
Yep. It's kind of hold.
A little bit, yeah, on that with that left hand.
Yeah. I like that there weren't many run plays the way that USC kind of ran the game.
No.
You can see this one a little more slow motion. Finally got his hands inside a little bit, right?
Yeah, that starts out as a win for Jackson. Then Epenesa is able to rip him off.
Yeah, but he gets no push on him. This is where you can tell people don't have any idea in terms of strength, you know, lower body and stuff. But clearly, Epenesa is stronger. Look at him; he can't get any push on him. Yeah, he's still within a yard of the line of scrimmage. So, but yeah, and then I love he peeks left, right, and then he works his way on the other side.
Yeah, and he's just waiting for that back, and that's something that's good to see because a lot of times it's just I'm hitting my gap and I'm hitting it 100%.
Yeah, you know I love Snacks. Remember when Snacks would just peek?
Yeah,
peek left, peek right. Ain't much to talk about there.
Good job on Jackson there.
Yeah. This is the play I want to talk about.
Look at the entire offensive line. I want to talk about this one too. It looked like it was a dead ball. You can see all five of them are just sitting here watching their guy get hit.
I have no idea what anyone was doing. But if we want to tell folks, he takes an inside rush again, just like you were saying. And all I see is he did defeat the hands down, but I think they're expecting a double team, or at least Jackson's expecting a double team here.
I don't know what they're expecting. I mean, you look at one point, they're literally all five just turned around, not blocking, and just looking. So, like, every single person gets past them here, except for the center. And look, everyone just turns around and just is looking. Like,
this is bad.
QB is a dead man.
This is bad. This is bad.
Looking bad. Unbelievable. I don't know what I have to give them the benefit of the doubt that there was some kind of miscommunication on this one.
Yeah, there was, but I mean, if a guy, you know, if he reaches your face, this is a real quick playback. If he reaches your face, you got to put hands on him. He put one arm on him.
I don't know what he's doing. He just sits there and does the hand up. As an offensive lineman, you're just lost at that moment. It's like, oh, that's not a good one. I don't want to rewatch that after this game. Coach in the film room is just hitting rewind, play. Play. That's the game where Austin Jackson is like, I am glad I'm going to the NFL because I did not have to deal with tomorrow's film session.
Nice little
good job on the stunt.
Yep, real good job.
Good move. I can't tell if that's a pancake or him falling looking for the tackle, but as a left tackle, you're going to count that as a pancake.
I was going to say it's a little bit of both, but you see how he just like Jackson looks like he's trying so hard. And he's not getting any push.
And Epenesa is he's not even focused on Jackson. His eyes are on the back
the whole time. And he's going for him. I'm not calling that a pancake.
But the left tackle is though.
Oh, he is. That's great. Oh, I think I showed it in slow-mo one more time. That's fine.
Good job on the tailback, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love this rep.
Is this the one that got you in trouble?
This is the one that got me in trouble, dude. So I just want to say, like, Epenesa's lean, when he rushes hard upfield, he's trying to get around. And so his forward lean was too heavy. And he finally caught it. He finally caught him.
Watch Jackson's hands. He was
Yes.
I'm telling you, the coach told him to be ready for that.
Yeah.
Because it's not a natural to go like that as an offensive tackle, to do the hands down. That's like, I know it's coming, and he's been getting me on this, and I'm just going to swipe him one time.
It was about time.
It feels good when that works, too.
Yeah. But it is kind of like a cheat code, right?
Yeah, and it's like you can't do that every play. That's something you do. That's something that interior linemen do in one-on-one drills, where these nose tackles just bull rush like, they've never bull rushed before.
Yeah.
Because it's just not a realistic football drill in one-on-ones. So the offensive line coach says, just dump him.
Just slap him down.
He's leaning.
Yeah.
That's not real football. Just dump him and make him look like an asshole.
Yeah, all of Iowa said he slipped there, and I'm like, you're dead wrong.
No, that was all hands on Jackson. Good on Jackson for that one. Ends up being a teeter, too.
It's a teeter. Quarterback was playing well until, of course, Epenesa knocked him out of the game.
Nice wheel route. We need to do that with Saquon.
Please, God. Not much to talk about there.
Try to do the little hand dump again there.
Yeah.
Jackson kind of figures him out as the game goes along. He stays vertical in his sets and is, like, ready for that bull rush.
Yeah. That's why I like the second. Look, he stays with him, So It's funny. What you just said makes a lot of sense because he slowed him down big time in the second quarter, and then you see Epenesa really pick it up in the third quarter.
You just watch him stop turning his hips so quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, almost – and there's one play that, in the second half that it's like, oh, that's ugly.
Yeah.
He gets him there, but you can just tell he's staying vertical and he's ready for that bull rush and the hand rip.
Yeah, I wanted to because look at his get off, right?
Yeah.
He's already off. And actually, look at that. See the kick? Kick's not great, right, on Jackson?
Right, yeah. It's almost out to the side more than it is vertical.
And see, this is what I really like about him, and that's why he's interesting when you're saying he could be a 4-3 D tackle or a 3-4 DN. Because honestly, I don't see the crazy speed. I actually see better hands, right, and power from the feet. But because that's all hands.
Yeah.
He just slaps the hands by.
You're done there. Look, holding him like crazy.
I would have tackled him at that point because he's going to get him
They
killed.
tell you to do that, but in play, it's like I'm never doing that because then I'm gonna get roasted for tackling the guy too.
So that right there, you see how he barely misses his arm?
Yeah.
That in the third quarter is the quarterback got his arm caught and he was out for the game.
Oh wow.
So like this is kind of foreshadowing to what happened in the second half. We'll skip that. We already saw
his hands off him.
Yeah. This is third quarter.
Nice inside move. That's beautiful.
I love this play. This is probably
that's his best rep so far.
Yep.
Just puts his
left hand,
boom, inside, and that's why I see him like playing more, not like a nose tackle or anything, but playing a little more inside.
Yeah.
And then like I watched the Wisconsin game, and he had 2 sacks. One was on a stunt going inside, and then one was him just lined up as a 3-tech on a guard. Like those are both his sacks.
But that just means to me he's versatile.
Nebraska, sorry, not Wisconsin.
Yeah. And to me, that just says he's versatile, right?
Yeah.
You can trust him. So I'm not doing this, but Justin Tuck was versatile.
I knew you were gonna do it.
I mean, I'm just saying, because he has that size, right? Long, but powerful, great hands. Like you could put him at D tackle and he's rushing from the inside. Put him at DN. I love what he does the running back too. You little tiny human.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a great rep on his part. See, he doesn't like the one thing that gets me with Epenesa is he just doesn't have a ton of moves. That's a great ball.
Yeah.
Oof. But he just doesn't have a ton of moves,
Yeah, that's the thing that worries me about him at the end is like he kind of could get figured out. Like, Jackson gets better as the game goes on,
but I feel like I saw enough of these reps. I think you were saying when Jackson kind of figures them out. I just think at some point he's like, well, I'm going to bull rush you. or I'm going to go around you and beat you with my hands, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a play. This was a good game. This was fun to watch. Quarterback got rocked, though. You don't need to see this one. I'm standing up. I hate when they drop the ends like that. It's awful. Oh, here it is.
Good hands right there.
So this is the play that knocked
hands. And Jackson had him. He had the vertical set.
Yeah.
And he slaps those hands away. So is that where he broke the guy's arm?
So you see his arm get totally twisted back. This basically changed the entire game. It's 28-24. And he puts on a big pass rush here. I think this is essentially why Iowa hates me, because they're like,
he's got the right feet, and then
you don't think they're a little thin? Oh, that step. That's a bad step.
Yeah. Now he's like about to squat down like a sumo wrestler.
But look how fast he gets off the hands.
Yeah.
That's amazing. All I care about is, can you get to the ball, OCU Mignon?
You're begging him to throw that ball right there when you when you get around that edge.
Look at him come back and just rock look at 70. Did you see that?
No, replay
look at 94. You see 94?
Oh, these are the fun type of plays.
Yeah. So you see him, he's right side over here.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. Just watch him just keep going.
He's stumbling for another 10 yards.
He really is. Look at him. I mean, that's a big boy, man.
Yeah.
He might be – I think he's number 2, though, behind – I mean, that tells you how thin the class is, though. There really isn't a whole lot right now at defensive end in the draft.
Yeah, it's Chase Young and him are the only 2 names that I've seen show up so far.
That's why I was looking at Bond, because Bond lines up at end. One last time. Yep. He's hurt already. Oof. Sucks. New quarterback. I guess you want that at your DN, right?
Yeah.
I remember those days when we used to knock out quarterbacks. It was fun.
Jackson tries to do the hand dump again.
Yep. And this is when he starts to turn it on, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like, he smells blood and he's coming after him. But these are, I mean,
and this is what USC's like third string QB, because their other one got hurt in like the week 2 or week 3.
It's true. But it's still, the same move. It's the same move over and over again. It remind me, like,
that's my worry, and that was something I thought when I was watching him, was like a guy like Nate Solder, or at least Nate Solder in 2019 version, he'll dominate him all game. But like, how's he going to do against a Lane Johnson or somebody like that? That's the kind of worry with me with Epenesa.
Yeah, and I just think Jackson's just a little light in the butt right now. Doesn't have a ton of power.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
Jackson, he just quits. He quits on him. He's demoralized at this point.
Yeah, because he hurt his quarterback. You know that. I mean, I don't, if you've ever, people know what that's like. I remember watching my quarterback get knocked out because the tackle missed his block, like just absolutely murdered, and he was done for a week. Like the tackle mentally, he was. Oh God! Look at him, just
those hands. And Jackson that's just like a little, like not even like a punch. It's like he's doing like a little shove.
That's how you know he quit on the play. Look at him.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Or is the play dead? Did the play go dead or something?
The play did go dead, but I don't care because he still got his quarterback.
The right tackle is just sitting in the mud as the play is starting.
Yeah, I still hate it. I don't care. You just got your other quarterback killed. Step up. That was not bad. See, and he's still trying to swipe down.
Yeah.
There's a few more of these.
You see, he keeps on getting that inside shoulder. I'm telling you, that's why I feel more comfortable with him working inside.
I think it's an excellent observation. I see tools with Jackson, though. I know he's focused a lot on Epenesa just because he's a better prospect. But the reason why I like seeing him against a better player, right, is because can this kid be coached up? Can he be strengthened up? Can you turn him into something? I I love when people say, just get a tackle in the third round. Well, you're going to get this.
Yeah, that's my QB and left tackle are the one position. It's like, I don't know about trying out other rounds.
Yeah.
But you never know. There is guys that fall and end up becoming good starters. I mean, we had one with David Deal forever. So
you know how lucky you got to be. I don't care what anybody says. That shit is luck. It just doesn't happen that way. I actually like this set just to give Jackson a little bit of love. He does open wide a lot though. That's one thing, but I like the way he's fighting on the inside. See that?
He's worried about getting beat.
See that long that long post he does. That's a bad habit, but see him stay inside.
Yeah, he's trying to rip and then gets him.
That's where you need to be though. Good quarterback, step up, quit it. Daniel Jones needs to learn a little bit of that. Shh, I didn't say that.
We all know.
I can't criticize him.
There you go. Screenplay. Yeah. Letting him get upfield.
There's a couple more.
Jackson has those feet where it's almost like he's heel clicking sometimes.
Yes.
I don't know if that was getting ready to be a screen or what.
Yeah, sometimes
Jackson just hits a corner because might as well at this point.
Yeah, he's throwing a little bit of a phantom block though. You know, sometimes you do that phantom block to get, make him look like you're just kicking his ass.
Yeah, it looked like he was letting him inside. Yeah. Gets up in him. Boom.
This is the other half sack. I actually don't give him, God forbid, too much credit. On this one,
this QB just looks lost just from his sleeves to the way he rolls to the left so often.
But he's still got, again, this is that other move.
Right tackle gets destroyed here too.
But that left hand punch, he loves that on the inside.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's got I can't wait to see what his bench press does at the combine if he does at all. Because he just gets you could tell he's got this strong mitts.
Yep. And that's about it, boys. So that was basically the whole game. So you can see who the better player is. You can see, hopefully, what we're looking at, which is what moves do they have? How do they deal with things like adversity? That was one of them. I don't know if Jackson dealt with that too well. It looked like once Epenesa turned the volume up, once he smelled blood, he was on for about 7 or 8 plays. But a lot of the first half, he got limited. And I don't know.
It seemed as the second quarter went along, Jackson figured him out, like I was talking about. And then the second half, it was just became like blood in the water. And Epenesa just was taking his lunch every single play.
Yeah. And that'll happen if you got a backup quarterback in there. And you're the guy who essentially let up the sack. It'll get in your head a little bit. But, yeah, so for all you folks that say, we'll just wait until the 4th round. Hello, James Brewer. Hello, all these other people.
Adam Bizinotway or whatever that guy's name was.
Bizinawati or whatever. We've had enough. Let's put some investment in the O-line. But, no, this is it's good for him to get overmatched. It's good to put it on film. It's actually good for people to see the second best defensive end. I don't know where either of these guys are going to go, but Bobby, thanks for sharing some time, man. And
yeah, man. So we're gonna try and do this every week until the draft.
Yeah.
Make sure to comment along. Let us know if there's a matchup that you guys want us to see.
Comment.
Listen. This is Anthony's baby within the Talkin Giants group. We're trying to dominate the draft stuff. So we appreciate you guys watching this first one and tell people about it. I don't think anybody else is doing anything like this. So hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, we're just trying to give you a little more in-depth look. If I was sitting at home looking at film, this is kind of how it would go. I just get the benefit of doing it with someone like Bobby who also understands the game. And yeah, we're here for Giants. We want a great draft. Our hope is that everything that we put out there is based on what we're actually researching and looking at. So yeah, let's go Big Blue.